My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Alvin and the Chipmunks The Road Chip. Not Alvin and the Chipmunks The Road Trip, but The Road Chip because they're chipmunks. Brilliant! But anyways, this movie got terrible reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 16% from the critics and a 51% from the audience. And look, I'm just going to be that guy who says, nah, this movie's actually pretty good. Like, no joke, it's a real solid watch. And I kind of hate the fact that in my review series, I already called Chipwrecked the best of the franchise because, no, it's actually pretty easily this one. It's not a fine, mediocre movie. It's good. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Jason Lee gives his best performance of these movies yet here. Like, I thought he brought Dave to life incredibly well. Well, he's sympathetic and he's likable and he's charming and he just feels more comfortable playing him at this point. But Tony Hill is the one who steals the show because he is just so over the top and he brings so much personality to his character and his backstory is hilarious and I thought he really elevated this movie. He knew exactly what to do and he delivered it perfectly. Kimberly Williams-Paisley does a perfectly fine job. You do buy this romance enough. It's much better done than Dave and Claire in the original. Josh Green does a good job because you do buy him as this unlikable douche at first. But when he warms up to the Chipmunks, you do start to warm up to him as well. Justin Long, Matthew Gray Gubler, and Jesse McCartney do a good job here. You've got Jennifer Coolidge for just a little bit of this movie, who's pretty funny. And Christina Applegate, Kelly Kuko, and Anna Faris do a perfectly fine job as the Chipettes, but they're not really in this movie much. So the cast is legitimately good. And I just like how this story seems to be the most focused one of the bunch. They knew what they wanted to do and they told it in a very concise manner. And as a result, it just works much better as an overall film. There's some nice heartfelt elements between Miles and the Chipmunks. And there are some nice heartfelt elements between Dave and the Chipmunks. The movie actually ends on a really sweet note that, gotta admit, it did warm my soul just a little bit. And this movie actually is really funny. Like, I laughed out loud multiple times throughout my watch, and I was just really enjoying it. Like, yes, it's very generic, you know exactly what's going to happen, but it's still good at it. And I really don't get the 16%. Now, all that said, the soundtrack is still, not my thing, but unlike, kind of like Chipwrecked, the best two movies of the franchise rely less on the music because it's present, but not all that much. The resolution to the main plot of Dave possibly proposing to his girlfriend, I didn't really buy the conclusion to that. I feel like, I don't know, they were trying to be smarter than the audience, and I would have preferred it if they just went in this straightforward direction. And I did miss the Chipettes. Like, the dynamic between the Chipmunks and the Chipettes is so good, and you get a little bit at the very beginning and the end, but I still felt their absence. But, like I said, this is a good, solid movie. Like, I did legitimately really enjoy my time. It's funny, it's heartfelt, the cast does a great job, and it's a movie that knows what it is, and it delivers, and the storytelling is much more focused here. I'm not saying it's an amazing masterpiece or anything, but it's worth your time. So I'm giving Alvin and the Chipmunks The Road Chip a 7 out of 10. I feel like this is just one of those movies where people went in wanting to hate it. And, like, as a whole, I do enjoy these movies. Maybe I was too harsh on the first three even, but they're movies I could legitimately watch just whenever. They're entertaining, they're light enough, and some of them are definitely flawed, but hey, I had a good time. So I already said that. Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin,